my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes.
Do not perform your dumbbell lateral raises in this manner. This is basically a freaking spine movement and it does not train your freaking lateral deltoids in an optimal manner. Yes, I'm yapping science-based stuff here, but this is a freaking serious problem, and this kind of useless, crappy, ego-loaded bullshit form can lead to injuries and it can literally mess you up. The exercise which I'm performing here is seated dumbbell lateral raises. I'm using 10 kilo dumbbells, which is extremely freaking light, a freaking weight that is used by a freaking gym beginner. You can also notice that my foot and my hips do not freaking move. My foot is glued to the freaking ground and my hips, my freaking butt is glued to this bench. You can also note that I'm trying to raise the freaking weight in the scapular plane, which trains the M1 fibers and might also recruit the A2 and P1 fibers too. You can also note that I'm freaking keeping my scapulars neutral to adhere to maintain the good scapular humeral rhythm. People retract the freaking scapulars while performing dumbbell lateral raises, which is kind of not good for the shoulder health in the long run. And also the seated position reduces the axial load and also reduces the freaking cheating, okay? Also putting a light on the goddamn breathing mechanics. I'm inhaling on the way up, which means I'm inhaling while I abduct my freaking arm. It is frontal plane abduction, and I exhale while I bring my arms down, which is frontal plane adduction, and I'm exhaling while I bring my arms down and also my rib cage comes down. So when I inhale, I literally fill my rib cage with air, and when I exhale, my rib cage comes down and my arms comes back to freaking neutral. So let's watch. This is the start position. I inhale on the way up and exhale on the way down. Frontal plane abduction, frontal plane adduction. So this is the freaking start position, okay? And now I abduct my arms. My abduction, this is frontal plane abduction. Also, you can say that this is abduction of the arms in the scapular plane. As I bring down the arm, my rib cage comes down, okay, and I exhale. And this is the goddamn breathing mechanics. So folks, this is the biomechanics of the exercise, seated dumbbell lateral raises. And people, please give this exercise a shot, okay? Please try doing your lateral raises seated on a freaking regular bench. My gym is old, rusty, dusty, and ugly and freaking useless. All the dumbbells are freaking loose. The equipments are all fucked up, but yet I make ways to train in an optimal manner using the weights I freaking have, because I cannot afford a freaking commercial expensive gym. And people, learn about the biomechanics of exercise, implement it to your freaking routine. I'm not telling that do not do freaking barbell rows or do not do freaking flat barbell bench presses. All I'm saying is while you perform your lateral raises, do not do all those jerky, ego-loaded spine movement based lateral raises, okay? Do your freaking lateral raises seated and see, you can literally freaking feel your lateral deltoids pump better. You can connect to the goddamn muscle more, okay? All lateral deltoids do is this frontal plane abduction, or you abduct your arm in the scapular plane. It does that too, okay? And using a lot of weight and using a lot of momentum while performing lateral raises, especially the gym bros who do the lateral raises standing. This is basically a simple recipe for disaster, a simple recipe for injury. I hope this message sinks in, and until then, peace out.
अगर किसी को कहीं बुरा लगा है तो मैंने ऊपर एक फीडबैक फॉर्म रखा है, जो भी आपको लगा बुरा आप उस पर लिख देना और उस फॉर्म को फोल्ड करके फिर अपनी में डाल देना, ठीक है।